Darren Blissett calls 911. He's been shot inside his apartment on North Emerson Avenue in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
911, what is the address of the emergency?
Yes, in a squad car, 2025 Emerson.
And what's going on there?
872, I'm shot.
2025 Emerson Avenue North.
Yeah.
Who shot you? I got a open line. Oh. Are you there by yourself? If I get a paramedic on the line, can you talk to them? Oh my gosh.
Police and emergency responders arrive, and a neighbor from the building lets them in. Despite their efforts, officers find Darren Blissett unresponsive. He's pronounced dead at the scene from 2 gunshot wounds to the groin, and investigators begin working to uncover what happened.
Our coverage is made possible because of sponsors like Morgan & Morgan. Over the years, we've brought you mind-boggling video of crashes like these, but what happens to the victims? Apart from sometimes serious injuries, they can face months of paperwork, enormous medical bills, and life-changing impacts. When you're seriously hurt, you could be entitled to millions of dollars in damages. Stop getting lowballed, and you could pair up with a proven winner, the largest personal injury law firm in the nation. Morgan & Morgan has a huge network of over 1,000 attorneys and offices in every state. They've won significant recent cases for victims involved in life-altering car crashes like these. Like for Yvette Torres, who was hit by a Penske truck in November and had severe injuries requiring surgery and therapy. Morgan & Morgan attorneys rejected a lowball pretrial offer and were able to win Torres a whopping $11.9 million at trial. The best part? Their fee is 100% free unless you win. It only takes a few minutes to see if you have a case. Remember, not all law firms are the same, and Morgan is the biggest for a reason. They win a lot. You can start your claim now by going to forthepeople.com/MidwestCrime or find the link in the video description.
What about the suspect in?
It's the last apartment on that side.
But
On this floor?
Yes, sir.
how are you guys related?
Fiance.
That's my
Okay, fiance. So he was in? Was he sleeping?
No,
They were just a friend was hanging out.
Okay.
She was in the bed.
Okay.
She's having shoulder pain with her back or something. You want us to do a knock and talk down there? Well, I mean, I suppose we should canvass the apartment complex anyway.
Knock on some apartment doors. And
Nice, Chronic, you're gonna chill here for a bit. We're gonna go
which one it is before we start.
the last. Is it on this floor, ma'am?
It's right here.
Last door on the left here?
Just point to it.
It's right. Okay.
Well, you know.
You want upstairs or downstairs?
So right there, on this side,
Sure.
Willie.
Okay, you got right here. Oh, this is
All
right. You might want to check work on the. What's he look like?
Oh God, did they really have to? Good luck with that one.
Okay. What is the dude that was over at the house? What's his name? Do you know?
It's in that phone. No, it's in that phone.
You don't know his nickname or nothing?
The red one is mine. The black one is my old man's. It's just, it's in that phone. It's St. Louis. That's his name, St. Louis.
That's the person that came over.
That's the name, St. Louis.
St. Louis.
Yes, sir.
That's
the
a street
name.
name. Okay, street name St. Louis. Copy that.
We don't know what he looks like.
Which one?
He's a tall.
That man
Suspect's
down
name
there.
is St. Louis.
St. Louis is the street name.
Suspect.
Medium complected black male, about 5'9", medium build, about 40, somewhere around there. What's up? I don't even know. I don't know what that is. This is supposed to be Willie's, right? Hello. It's the Minneapolis Police Department.
Yes.
Did you hear what happened today?
Go back.
Did you hear anything going on tonight?
No,
I said go in there and lay down now. Do like I told you.
no, I just took my dog out and walking down. I ain't seen nothing out there. Nothing happening.
Nothing inside the apartment, you hear anything?
No, I told you to go lay down. Now you go lay down.
Did you happen to let anyone into the apartment complex tonight?
No, I wouldn't do that.
No?
No, sir.
Okay.
70-year-old man by myself here, name of dog.
Alright, what's your name?
Willie Lloyd. Willie Lloyd.
Willie Lloyd? Okay. Alright, so you didn't hear or see anything, nothing, no arguments or anything going on in here?
Sir, I will let you know.
Okay. Okay, well thank you, I appreciate it.
Because she was saying that Willie, the guy in at the end, she was saying that he let her in as well. So he must let everyone in.
Probably so.
The guy with the dog
Yes.
at the end?
Yes.
Yeah.
He said that's who, that man said that's
He
who.
said he didn't let anyone in.
That man sat up there and told Darren that, would he let him in? But see, because he didn't really know that I was woke. The guy didn't know I was really woke, but like he said, give it to me, talking about a gun, give it to me. And then I was like, why is he tripping? Then he popped it, he pow. And then Darren was like, I'm shot. I was like, no, you're not. I said, I don't even think that thing really tripping. And then shot again. And he grabbed this Darren's gun.
Darren,
Sure did.
he
The
has
guy.
He has a gun? Darren has a gun?
He had a gun. The guy took his gun.
Okay.
He snatched it. When he took it. Yeah.
Not long before the shooting, Jeffrey Murray, also known as St. Louis, approaches the apartment building and starts calling Darren Blissett to let him in. But Blissett doesn't respond. Murray doesn't give up. Surveillance footage shows him throwing small rocks at a window to get the attention of Willie Lloyd, a resident inside. Lloyd eventually opens the door for him, even though he later lies to police and claims he didn't let anyone in that night. Once inside, Murray makes his way to Blissett's apartment. Blissett's fiancée, who was in the bathroom at the time, told police she overheard them talking. At one point, Murray asks Blissett about his gun. When Blissett says he doesn't have it, Murray pulls out a weapon, points it at him, and shoots. In a desperate move, Blissett reaches under his pillow, hands over his gun, and says, "Take it." But instead of leaving, Murray fires again, then runs from the apartment, leaving Blissett bleeding on the floor. Jeffrey Murray was arrested about a month after the shooting, on October 7th, for illegally possessing a firearm. During questioning, homicide investigators confront him about the night Darren Blissett was killed.
St. Louis, what's up, buddy?
St. Louis.
Okay.
Do you need? Well, go ahead.
Hey, stick around. Stick around.
What's up? I was just saying he's already here, man. We'll let you see your wife. What happened to that water bottle?
I totally forgot.
Remember,
can you go grab one?
Yeah, where
Just go in the, doesn't Louis have some by his desk?
Yeah, right in front of my desk. What's going on?
We'll explain everything, Jeff. We'll explain everything.
Yes, sir.
Those are for me, my personal collection.
Okay.
If you want some more, I got more too. Just try those though.
I'm just concerned, man. What's going on?
No, I hear ya. So, Jeff, my name is Sergeant Suster with the Minneapolis Police Department. This is my partner, Sergeant Wenty. The reason you are here, Jeff, is because there was a shooting that happened a couple weeks ago, right around a couple weeks ago, and your name has come up. So you haven't been charged with anything, right? Sergeant Wenty and myself are in the middle. We're in the middle of this investigation, and we haven't come to a conclusion on how to handle it, right? We haven't come to a conclusion on who we're going to charge and if anybody's going to get charged. That's why you're here, right? Because we don't want to come to a final conclusion on how to handle this case until we give everybody an equal opportunity to give us their side of the story.
So it's more than just me involved?
There are some people involved. We've spoken to just about everybody, and you're the last person that we have to talk to. So we just want to get your side of the story, okay?
What story, sir?
Yep, I'll explain everything. But before I do that, I just want to just get some preliminary information from you, and then we'll just go from there. And then I just have some pictures I want to show you, okay? Right. Okay.
I don't want to, incriminate myself, man.
It's your name.
Nothing. Yeah, but.
So Jeff,
I'm
you have to.
Scared, man. I'll be honest with you, because like.
Don't be scared. We're not gonna play.
The thing is, man, when you don't know something. You know what I'm saying, and they just snatching your wife up, you know what I'm saying, out of a car with 30-some officers. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, I would have an idea if I did something.
It's serious.
Okay.
I will tell you that. Okay. We are going to want to get your side of the story for sure. It's super important for you. Okay. Because it's very serious. All right. Your name came up in a shooting that happened at 2025 Emerson on September 9th. Okay?
Who's saying that?
DB, Darren Blissett.
I don't know what that is.
Yep. So, okay. Here you go, bro. Apartment 202, 2022. 2025 Emerson, right, Darren Blissett. So, just so you know exactly why you're here, it's the dude that you call Pops, right? That everybody calls you, you know, DB's son.
Okay.
That's why you're here, for that incident.
What incident?
He got shot.
And they saying I shot him? Come on, man. Like, listen, check this out, man. I don't know who's saying what, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Me and this man, you know, they, you know, got high before. You know what I'm saying? Further as like son, all that. No, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody called the man Pops.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People, I guess in this building, some woman downstairs, you know what I'm saying, black lady with a gay son or whatever, you know what I'm saying, call him Pops or whatever, you know what I'm saying. I met the man a few times, he got high, you know what I'm saying, that was it, man. I haven't seen him in pretty much a few weeks, man, you know what I'm saying. He's like, you know, Jeff, man, you know, I owe, you know, some guys some money, man, can you help me? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know, I'm saying, got it, man. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, that's the last time that I saw him. I thought I saw him about a week or two, his car going down Emerson. You know what I'm saying? I tried to flag it, but he got going, you know.
Okay.
But besides all that, I haven't seen them, man.
Okay.
You know.
So just let me do this. I just have some questions, some follow-up questions to ask you as a result of, you know, the investigation, what you just told me. Okay. And then we'll just try to clear this up.
Yes, sir.
So obviously, since you came down here in handcuffs, we have to read you your rights. Okay. But that doesn't.
So I'm being charged?
No.
Okay.
Hear me out. You're not charged with anything. Okay. You're here because you are a possible suspect, but sometimes when we hear from somebody and get their side of the story, they stay in custody and they're arrested. And sometimes when we hear from people and we get their side of the story, they're unarrested and they're allowed to walk out the door. It just depends on what we hear.
Yes, sir.
Okay? But since we're asking you questions about this, I have to read you your rights. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Jeffrey, the Constitution requires I inform you that you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer now and have the lawyer present now or anytime during questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you without cost. Jeffrey, do you understand everything I just read to you?
Yes.
Okay. So September 9th, right around 2 o'clock in the morning, do you remember going to DB's house?
No, sir.
Apartment 202?
Didn't go to his house around that time.
You didn't?
No, sir.
Okay. So you know Phyllis?
Who?
Phyllis. That's DB's chick. You've never seen her?
Man, that man is slander that lady so many times. That's the lady who, man, that man is slander her so many times. I didn't know he was with her.
You've never seen Phyllis before?
Never.
Okay.
He only talked about her.
All right. So, when was the last time you were at DB's house?
Ooh. Probably sometime in August.
In August?
Yeah.
That was a long time ago. Okay. So did you know that apartment complex is under video surveillance?
No, I never knew that.
Okay. You want to just call it shorter?
Yeah, I may as well.
I got this in airplane mode, so I can't, but I'll tell you.
I don't have my phone.
Oh, you don't?
Hang on, see if there's somebody in here.
So Jeff, the apartment complex is under video surveillance. Okay, video surveillance shows you in the back going to Willie Lloyd's window and throwing rocks at it, and then Willie going and letting you in. Right? And you brought some plates, and the plates were in a bag, and you left the bag of plates in Willie's apartment.
Yeah.
Do you remember that now?
Yeah.
Okay. That was on September 9th.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
You remember that now?
No, come to me, yeah.
Okay. So the video shows you coming into the apartment complex, going into Willie's apartment with that bag of plates. What were the plates for?
The plates were, the man cooked me something to eat, you know what I'm saying, and he asked me to return his plates. You know what I'm saying? So I gave him his plates back.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
But why?
We got high together, and me and him, and I petted his dog. At that, I left.
Okay.
So if the camera showed me that, you just see the camera showed me leaving.
Yeah, the camera doesn't show you leaving his apartment.
How come it don't?
Why do you think it doesn't?
Are you serious, man?
Jeff, you go to DB's apartment.
Who?
You
Nah,
do.
man.
Do you remember smoking some cigarettes there?
Nah, man, I ain't smoke.
Okay.
If that was the case, I been smoked cigarettes there. You know what I'm saying? When I was there a few times, man. But I ain't, listen. We ain't finna put me in no trick bag.
I'm not putting you in a trick bag, my friend. I'm not.
Like, I got high with this man. I smoked with this man. I smoked a cigarette at this man's house. This man with the white dog. You know what I'm saying?
What did you do after that?
I left. He was trying to sell me, matter of fact, his handicap sign. He was trying to sell me a handicap sign for $200-some bucks.
How much?
$200-some bucks. I'm like, man, what the I'm gonna do with your handicap sign, man? He said, oh, man, you can get it, man. You know what I'm saying? He like, smoke another joint with me, man, please. I'm like, nah, I'm cool, man.
And you left?
Yes.
So who brought you there?
I brought myself there.
Nobody drove you?
No,
Okay.
I drive myself.
Okay.
I don't ride with nobody.
And did you walk off? Did you run off?
Run. Why would I walk or run?
What, did you walk out of the building?
Yeah.
Out of the back?
I think so. No, because I be parking on the side. Sometimes I park in the back. Sometimes I know I park on his side. It depends on if them little young boys be right there on the side of the house. If them young boys right there, I be gone. Cause see, before I started coming over there with Pops, some people shut up their house before. You know what I'm saying? That house was shut up like probably a month or two before, you know what I'm saying, I started coming around.
Right.
That whole...
Where'd you go afterwards?
To the house. To, you know, to my little chick crib.
That's where you live, right?
Right now, currently, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you live there with Jamie, your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Okay. How long have you lived there?
Can we postpone this, man, until I think a lawyer, you know, because I don't want to say something to incriminate myself. Is that okay?
You have a right to make that decision. Okay. So if that's a decision you want to make, you can. I'm letting you know right now, Jeff. This case, as it stands right now, with what you've told us, good for formal charging for the crime of murder.
Murder?
Yep.
Oh, man, yeah. I ain't murdered nobody, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't murdered nobody and don't intend on murder nobody, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that I ain't got a murder bone in my body, man. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you said rob somebody, then maybe that. But murder, nah. I don't do that, man. You know what I'm saying? Smoke a little Primos. You know what I'm saying? That's it, man. You know? But, yeah, man. You know, I prefer to have someone present, man. You know, I don't want to say nothing to put myself into one of these pictures, man.
Okay. All right. Well, the next steps are we're going to get our paperwork ready. We're going to walk you around Hennepin County Jail, and we're going to book you for the crime of homicide. Yep, for the crime of murder, too.
Murder, too?
Yep.
Yes, sir. All right. I better speak to my, just before I go, man, please.
Speak to who?
Just my wife, man. It's just
we'll see.
Man.
We'll see.
I don't gotta, I just, please, man, you know, early today, you know, since she wasn't feeling good, man.
Yeah, we have to go talk to her first.
Please, man.
Yep, we have to go talk to her first. I can't answer yes or no right now.
Okay.
We need to go talk to her. We'll be back.
Yeah.
Let's go talk to Jamie.
While in jail, Jeffrey Murray made several phone calls, urging his girlfriend Jamie not to cooperate with prosecutors. He warned her not to mention his nickname St. Louis, fearing it could link him to the murder.
Right now.
Oh, okay, yeah, he called earlier, way earlier, trying to see what was up, want to know, but I told him I ain't know nothing. I was like, you gonna have to call back. No, he said he gonna call back. He was wondering what was going on. He was like, who am I calling for? He didn't even know. He was like, who? I'm lost. Somebody said something about something happened to his son or something. I was like, I'm lost too. I told him who it was though. I said St. Louis, and then he's like, oh, the goal? What?
Damn, I ain't want you to mention that name on that line like that. It's all good. I'll clear it up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got to watch what we say.
I said your name, your real name, and he said, who? So I ain't know what to say. He was wondering who the hell, baby. What am I supposed to?
It's all good, Queen. You ain't know.
Yeah, I mean, he said, who? I said, Jeff. He said, Jeff who? And I was like, I was like, man, I didn't need to send a message. And then he was still lost. He was like, I'm lost. So for in order for him to call back, I had to tell him.
You didn't have to
he
tell him.
He wasn't going to know. How else was I going to explain
Just
you?
be like, look, man, my husband did it. Who's your husband's name? I'll let him tell you. You can't let nobody pressure you to say
okay, my bad, my bad.
It's okay, Queen. It's okay. It's all right. You didn't know. But now you do.
Right, you should have told me all this yesterday. Like, you just be having me and don't even tell me. You ain't tell me all that. You ain't say all that. You ain't say all that.
I said we got a conference
call.
Yeah,
you told me that, but you didn't say all that, mate. Don't be hey, just let him. You ain't say that. I was thinking he knew who you was, who he was calling, what for. He didn't know none of that.
But despite his efforts to control the narrative, the evidence was overwhelming. Murray was charged with second-degree intentional murder in the death of Darren Blissett. A Hennepin County jury found him guilty, and he was sentenced to 486 months in prison, just over 40 years. That includes 60 months for illegally possessing a firearm as a convicted felon. Murray has more than 15 prior convictions, including for felony assault, aggravated robbery, and aiding and abetting kidnapping. He remains incarcerated in Stillwater with an anticipated release in May 2045. For exclusive clips and behind-the-scenes content,